샹궈를 먹어야 되겠다. 아 씨발 근데 어디를 고르지? 맛있겠다. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jojen Movie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Wonjin, and we apologize. We're just discussing what to eat for dinner after the show ends.
Yeah.
And okay.
And thank you for our loyal subscribers. You 23 are like our Praetorian Guard. We will never forget you. So please leave a like and reply. We are going to talk about moving the whole season now that it's finished. I think the last 3 episodes aired on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And full spoilers ahead. We're going to talk about the entire series and what we thought about. So here we go.
What was the last episode we talked about? Was it episode 17?
Yeah, we did talk about it before the final 3.
So now we have 18, 19, and 20.
Yeah.
And we made some predictions in the last episode.
I think our accuracy is like 66% though. Because we did guess that North Korean leader didn't have any power. Because, I like that theme of a man with conviction being scarier than superheroes. Yeah. Because we had that in, remember the Avenger, the Zola guy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. That guy is scarier than any other guy.
Yeah, and also Lex Luthor, if you think about it. Yeah, he doesn't have any superpowers.
Yeah.
And we also have Batman.
And I think our guess on Dushik's fate, the flying guy, Bong-seok's dad, was also kind of 66% though. Like okay, let's go. I love the finale. I mean, I love the final battle. And I usually don't like it when they suddenly give us information that we didn't know. But it was just presented in such a... I think we talked about this last time. Kangpur is just so good at... This is the opposite of Indiana Jones, where like
we just bashed the Indiana Jones.
We didn't bash it. We were very fair.
For somebody who's like running into this video without any context.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes ago, we talked about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
No, Wonjin was fair. I was bashing it a little because I fucking hated it. But anyway, but this one, man, it has that. It has that Hollywood movies that we love from the 80s and 90s where, everything is good. But the final battle had a lot at stake. And, but what was surprising to me was how much the show spent humanizing these North Korean agents, though. I
was just about to say that. My favorite thing about the last 3 episodes was putting these dimensions on these North Korean characters where I mean, most often, the writers could have just expended these guys. Yeah. They could just be used as plot devices and be thrown away. But like you said, they humanized them.
No, but you know what was good? Like, you could tell that Kangpur, the screenwriter, who's a very famous webtoon artist in Korea, by the way, like, this is a man who've told a lot of stories and are interested in a lot of stories because they play with our expectations a lot. Remember that meta joke about that fucking NIS dude going like, I didn't even do anything and dying? Here, he does that again with one of the North Korean agents. He says, I have a story, you want to hear? And Bong-seok's mother's like, fuck that! Boom! Bitch! And one of our predictions was right where, like, she does use her, like, super sense to, like, ricochet the bullet, right? That was really smart. And, see, this is why CG is not important. I didn't even mind the bad CG because the story was good.
That's true.
It was interesting.
Especially, like, the scene where Tushi was infiltrating the North Korean
palace.
Oh,
yeah.
That CG was horrible, but I didn't really mind it.
Yeah. No, because it was like... That scene could have came out of, like, a comic book.
Or that was like from E.T. in the 80s. You know, when the kids are riding on their bicycles, in the sky. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, it's bullshit, but it's still magical. Shut the fuck up. So, like the presentation was really good. But we were wrong in the fact that we didn't expect, I think, the North Koreans to get so much, like, backstory. And it was done the right amount.
Yeah.
And, we were also wrong on the Wolverine dude. Like the guy in the fucking trunk. Man, that story was sad.
That was sad. And I also see a lot of resemblance of, Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh,
the way he's dressed and, like, the way he looks and everything. That like, super master guy who gets released from his captivity.
Yeah.
He's wearing nothing but like flip-flops, and he looks like an old man who's balding.
Yeah. But here it wasn't funny though. He was terrifying.
Yeah.
When he started walking in the hallway, like it was the music was really good too. Cuz you know, they all have dedicated soundtracks.
Yeah. And I also, like you said, I love all these each of these characters have their own theme.
Yeah.
I especially realize that these themes are present every time 구룡포's theme comes on.
Yeah, because like, you know, let me explain that. This is my theory. Tushik-1 is magical because flying is magical. Because Bong-seok and Tushik, I think they share the soundtrack every time they fly. But the soundtrack with 구룡포, aka his Korean name is Jang Ju-won in the story, is good because like when he was shot in the head, the show did a good job of making the ending of episode 18 that, because like we asked this question, right?
Yeah.
Like can he die?
It's like, what would happen?
Like if he got headshot? But you know, the show is so good because they kind of answer it like he can't die, but the eyeball shows that it didn't penetrate his brain though, because the bullet got stuck in the eye. So I was like, okay, he's hard to kill, but what happens if brain penetration happens? That's never answered. So I thought that was brilliant. I don't know if they did it intentionally. That's how I interpreted it. So like when he pulled out his eye, I felt like the answer was he can't die.
Yeah, and I was also asking myself the questions like, you know, he's wearing that eye patch for now. Does that mean that his eye will eventually heal?
I don't think so.
And regenerate?
Like, I still think he needs it though, because like remember he pulled it out of the socket.
Yeah.
So
that also reminded me a lot of like the Romance of Three Kingdoms, Hahudon.
Yeah.
You know, there's this dude who gets his eye shot with an arrow, and he just pulls it out and he eats it.
Yeah, it's a very famous scene from the novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms. The novel, it's based on historical facts, but not the real story. Yeah, but I love his fight with the Colossal though. It turns out he's not.
Yeah.
It turns out he's not colossal. He shares the same healing power.
Yeah, he just heals just like him, and they're both strong.
Yeah,
I love the punch off they had in the middle of the school corridor. It's like they somehow like instantaneously came up with like their own rule. It's like you punch first and then I go.
No, but that was funny because it made sense though. If you are two like almost invincible beings that can heal, you're not gonna fight like a boxer. Because so they just do the 18th century duel thing, and you shoot, I shoot. Let's see who can heal better. And I love the fake out too. Gudompo's like, yeah,
and he's like, oh,
yeah.
that was kind of cute.
Oh, another surprising element was they gave us the backstory of how the North Korean agents were developed, but they didn't explain the scar. By the way, we were wrong about that. Yeah. But what was shocking was the flying guy's humanity, though.
Yeah, I like the way he was sobbing after he.
Yeah, that was some
up.
great acting. Where
and Yang Dong-gun, he's a great actor. I mean, he's a rapper, by the way, in South Korea, but he also acts.
No, but in Korea, for those who don't know, Yang Dong-gun is like kind of Jamie Foxx.
Oh, good comparison.
Yeah, where he's not conventionally handsome. No, I'm sorry, Jamie Foxx, you are handsome, but because the beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
He's
but
multi-talented.
Exactly. Like he's kind of known as a guy that who can do anything. Because Yang Dong-gun is not like your average. Like, because in Korea, like K-pop artists have to be very skinny and beautiful, but he's not that, and he's known like a Jamie Foxx character. But that story was really done well. Because you know, but we did talk about this in our last episode where the North Koreans were mirroring the South, right?
Yeah.
But we talked about superpowers. But it turns out their story is also very similar.
Yeah.
Because one of the themes is family. And the reason why that North Korean flying dude decides to serve is because he has a family. Yeah. And his cynicism is explained better, though. Because if you think about it, he's kind of like Joker-like in that he loves the pain, but it turns out it's for... He doesn't even believe in his like mission.
That's true, and it kind of also explains why they don't like really hurt the children.
Oh yeah, because that was a great scene where, you know, I usually don't like flashbacks, but the flashbacks in the last 3 episodes were done really well because it turns out they didn't answer the question. So they're giving context around it, and it was really beautiful. There's a human story there. And my favorite was Yong-duk and Chae-seok's relationship. Chae-seok is the kung fu guy.
Yeah, the slapping power. That also, by the way, reminded me of Incredible Hulk, where like the Abomination and the Hulk they fight each other, and and somehow the the helicopter catches fire. And to put out the fire, the Hulk, he slaps his hands and it creates a shockwave that puts out the fire.
Hey. Another thing I liked is how brutal Kang-hoon's father is.
Oh yeah, he was just like the Hulk. Yeah, he was like the Incredible Hulk right there.
Beat the shit out of him. I felt sorry for the blind dude.
And the interesting thing about Kang-hoon's father, the class president's father, who had that what's it called?
The tracking
the anklet thing. He doesn't just use brute force. When you watch carefully the way he fights, he uses a lot of judo moves. So he has like this martial art background along with the power. Yeah, but the according to the show, the reason why he's so like up against everybody is because of his love for his son. And I actually didn't like that part where that North Korean agent like asked Bong-seok's mother, "Why do you fight so hard?" And she said, "Because my son, family." Like I felt like they reiterated the theme a lot. I don't think it was really necessary.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
because the most beautiful thing for me was when Hui-soo runs, and then he says, "Big North Korean man, it's okay, everything's all right."
Yeah, that was really touching, by the way. And it also has that parallel of Guryongpo and his wife. You know, when he gets lost.
Yeah, because it shows her humanity though. Because like we know her mother because this show is a drama. And we spent 3 episodes with the mother, so we know what kind of person she is. She's a very empathetic person at heart.
Yeah.
And you know, we see that trait in daughter, and that's why when Guryongpo says, "Thank you for growing up well," that's a Korean expression, by the way. A lot of parents use that to children. 잘 자라줘서 고맙다, and that was beautiful. But my favorite scene was I'm gonna sound like a sick fuck, but when that lizard guy got tortured by Guryongpo, yo, man, Guryongpo is straight gangster, yo. Like we talked about this the last podcast, but the way he kills like villains is very poetic. Like think about this.
But the thing is, what I love about his revenge is he always gave them verbal warning.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He gave them verbal warning. They don't listen, and it eventually manifests.
No, but like, listen to me, Wonjin. I want your opinion on this. The way he killed him was poetic and cruel because it's like let's say you're Tinker Bell, right? What is the cruelest thing you can do to Tinker Bell? Cut off her wings, right? Because that's her identity. So here's a guy who can sniff and smell. So what you decide to do is tape his fucking mouth and then make him asphyxiate to death. Like, and the implication on the floor was you did some horrific shit to this guy before you taped his mouth.
Yeah.
And you know what's scary is like Guryongpo left him there because he know he's gonna die. And then so what you did was to a sniffer and a smeller, you did like immovable like a touch tape and killed him. And man, Guryongpo is a fucking gangster.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they don't spend like too much time on these vengeance missions.
No, but like
we also saw this is in his revenge against that local thug.
Yeah. No, but like the implied violence is even scarier though, and it gave me 90s feel because one of my favorite scenes in 90s is in Heat.
Oh,
remember when De Niro finds the snitch? He never liked him in the first place, and he goes, "Look at me, look at me," before he does the finishing blow. Like I like that scene because I'm not defending that character. It's just it's how revenge is done, and I feel like Guryongpo. And Guryongpo without one eye makes him even more scarier. Yeah. And I also like the mirror where Hui-soo's proudest moment.
That's right.
Yeah, she does.
She got the bullet.
Yeah, but she never takes it out like
to protect Bong-seok.
Yeah, like her dad, because like it shows what kind of person they really are at heart.
And I also love how Guryongpo just drives away in his little delivery scooter.
Yeah, like that's
casually.
And where he decides to kill that dude is so gangster too. It's like a third penny motel.
It's like a cheap ass motel.
Like and you can tell he spent a lot of time with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell me everything you know.
Yeah. So
Like Black Ops shit. But if but
a peasant death that he deserves.
yeah. One of the surprise was Tushik to me though, like Bong-seok's father.
Mm.
I mean, it was a beautiful scene, but I don't know, like, but Min Cha-jang dying was kind of like too fast for me though.
That also was quite sudden.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, let's talk about, because this is a full spoilers podcast, by the way. Like, I think we were right on this. I think they were gonna give a Sixth Sense ending. So
like
they
a surprise twist.
A twist, but like, here's the point of it. They don't explain everything though. Like, one thing we did get answer is that girl that got bullied, she has some kind of superpower.
Yeah, because I mean, I think it was you were suspecting that because she moved,
Yeah.
she got transferred to that school.
Yeah.
There's got to be something up with her.
Yeah. It's not me that come up with it. I think anybody who watched this show carefully know that they draw hints. They give a lot of hints to us. But we also didn't get some answer. Where's Hyun? Where's the Naju's daughter? Like, we didn't get an answer for that.
We didn't see her after the funeral.
Yeah. I want a season 2. Like, we need some answers. Like, and why is Min Cha-jang so respectful to that bully girl?
Yeah. And I'm thinking, and I heard, people who already read
the webtoon.
The bullied girl, she's supposedly like super, super old.
Okay.
Because she doesn't age. And she was actually in the organization. She's a superior to Min Cha-jang.
Yeah, you told me
she's a
this before we started the podcast, but
so I think that's the surprise ending. And we also see the class president joining the force in the National Intelligence Agency.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like how he's like, but remember your promise. Clear my father's. It was really sad to watch like his father being unable to go to his graduation though.
Yeah.
Like, I love the touching moment where the father looks at the graduation mark and being very proud of his son, and it was a beautiful scene. But I also didn't get an answer where, like, so their teacher, what is he now? Is he a teacher or still NIS?
I guess he's still both.
You think so?
Because I don't think the program is over. Because from what I heard, that bullied girl, she's in charge of the entire project.
Oh.
Yeah. And as they're walking into Min Cha-jang's office, they also talk about like Team 5 or something, which is like top secret. So it means, just like in the Hollywood movie Suicide Squad, there are multiple teams like them.
Oh.
But I think they're all like unknown to each other.
Yeah, you don't want the left hand to know what your right hand is doing.
And we also need to mention what happens to the North Koreans after. So Yang Dong-gun, he realizes that you mentioned it. The theme is there's a strong hint of family theme here.
Yeah.
So Yang Dong-gun, who also has a son, he's concerned deep inside that his son might follow the same fate that he did. So he eventually makes the decision to kill his superior. And I also love the way it was executed. It was like fuck you, basically.
It was like a Hollywood thing.
That was a fuck you right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also like the big guy working for
Kuryong-po
in the chicken joint.
I like how Hui-soo calls him uncle, and Kuryong-po is offended. And I no, but you know what I loved about that? That I do love like there was so much humanity in it. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but Korean society, I think right now today 2023 lacks a lot of that. And I like that humanity part. And I love that they all share the same power. Like, they're really
that's right. All three of them heal.
Yeah, basically they're immortals.
Yeah.
Like, but if there is a season 2, what I want is for that power to even test it further. I want to shock, because the show did such a great job of asking us, can Kuryong-po die or not? Can he die or not? Oh, and you were right about Frank being alive.
Oh, that's right. Ryusung-bum, Frank.
Yeah.
And he shows up in front of the Las Vegas club where his mother used to work.
Yeah.
And we see his face. I mean, the last time we saw him, he was burnt alive.
Yeah.
In that truck.
Yeah.
And we see that he has completely healed.
Yeah.
So he has not only like super strength, he also has the healing powers.
Yeah. Yeah, it shows his healing ability, because that's our question to Kuryong-po, right?
Yeah.
That's why you said, can Kuryong-po like grow his eye back?
Yeah, and I also have to question. It's like, is Frank still under the American
No,
command?
I think the implication was that he's rogue and looking for his parents.
Because that CIA dude, he calls for another
Elijah.
agent. Yeah, another agent, Elias or something.
Yeah, Elias, you're right.
Yeah,
Not Elijah.
and I'm thinking maybe in season 2, all these players will eventually come together. The North Koreans, the American, and the South Koreans.
Yeah. I hope it's like Boys season 2 where the stakes are even higher and we get some. Oh, and you were also right about Palpatine, the Electric Man doing the Palpatine.
Oh, unlimited power.
See, that's why this show is very smart because we mentioned the power battery, but they showed it and they're like, it was almost like the show was talking to us. Nah. He's gonna go for the bus battery. Fuck that! And they play with our expectations really well.
Yeah.
And I love that he did the Palpatine.
Yeah, and it was so strong that it basically chopped his arm off instantaneously. And that was like a one-time thing. He just passes out.
Yeah.
I like that.
We like the
touch,
limitations, don't we? We like that it's not like over the top.
If it went Dragon Ball, I would have laughed.
Yeah. But that was a great scene too. And my favorite character is still the North Korean leader though, because you know what, I like the silent man type because he almost tells Yongduga, he was trying to tell him because I love the presentation where you can tell this man is a very sensitive man at heart. He cares about his team, and every death he saw, he's furious that this happened. And with the Yongduk thing, it was really good because Yongduk, I think, took the bullet for him.
Yeah.
Because he pulled it out to survive, save him. So he knows. And that was a beautiful thing.
And the actor also executed it really well. That's Park Hee-sun.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Great actor.
He's a great character actor.
He's a great actor.
That North Korean scene was heartbreaking when Tushi comes for the second time. And we finally get why, because that's one of the times where he's the most talkative, by the way. This guy rarely talks. And he's like, because you entered that room, my superiors, my subordinates, they got executed. And I survived because they thought I resisted till the end. And he says a fuck you. And you think I should be thankful to you? You fucking bitch.
You think you did us a favor?
Yeah. That was a great psychological thing.
I also loved the scene where he persuades Yang Dong-gun, the flying North Korean guy, to come down. Yeah,
because the show is not embarrassed to show them crying, and the tear was even when Yongduk was climbing up the cliff. That was a beautiful scene. And because it's like the reason why we love Succession, because what is said, and this is one of the things that films and movies can do better than novels is we know that what is said is doesn't carry the whole meaning. Because you could tell he cares about that guy. He wants this program to succeed, but the toll of the sacrifice is also wearing heavily on him. That's why his even second in command, he cries too. Yeah, that's the only time he shows emotion, because during the Black Ops, he's a fucking asshole. He taunts the teacher. What if I snap his neck? Why don't you tell me? And there are these valid reasons behind the cruelties. I love that about. I love that about this whole series. I mean, but don't get me wrong, there are straight psychopaths though, like the Min Cha-jang and his successor. That dude is a fucking piece of shit. And the sniffer dude. Yeah.
So I guess maybe let's do some predictions on season 2.
Yeah.
I'm guessing now they're gonna join forces, and they will actually be. I think it's gonna go X-Men. They're gonna be fighting against the institution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, against the National Intelligence Service and against the CIA and against all these powers that try to control them.
No, but Wonjin, here's the thing: the reason why we love Boys 2 is we get new powers. So I do feel like the agents will always have. You mentioned it really well. They're Team 5, right? So what if they call from Team 4 and 3, and we get some new, fresh superpowers, though? one of the reasons why we like that Kung Fu Panda dude is not Kung Fu Panda, but Kung Fu football dude.
The Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, hustle dude is. I like that concept. Like,
We have our favorite subscriber Lee Chan-hong weighing in. Kang Dong-gu will become Korean Gotham. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but I I do like Bong-seok becoming like a vigilante. Like he's like
Oh, that's right. He's been saving people.
yeah. So I mean, I think there's a lot of way this can go because like the American agent can come and North Korea may return because like I think in North Korea the implication was that remember what the leader said? We have a whole core of special abilities, and remember that Spider-Man dude. He identified as a member of the special ability core. So I think they have more members too. So with their leader assassinated, I like the implication that just because you kill the leader doesn't end the program.
Yeah.
The leader can always be replaced. Just like in South.
Yeah.
Like Min Cha-jang is dead.
He's instantly replaced.
Yeah, instantly replaced and the program goes on. I like that. So there might be a convergence of... Because here's the thing, Wenjin. Season 1, we had American forces, Korean forces, South Korean forces, and North Korean forces, but they never converged. So what I would like to see is like a three-way. I think you were trying to say that. I would like have like three parties where they all have different interests and they have to fight.
Like the Americans, the North Koreans,
but
the
I think,
South Koreans.
I think in season 2 that can happen easily. And I think Kangpur, I don't know if the webtoon has a season 2, but he is definitely writing some original stuff for season 2. Because like the ending, don't you think they were trying to prep us for a season 2?
Yeah. And if we have multiple parties involved, like three parties, it would be very, very interesting to see how they put this on the screen because Kangpur, like you said, he's heavily influenced by Hollywood. Work in the Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, three separate parties, like coinciding for something. That's like classic Guy Ritchie stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping that we'll maybe see like a hint of that.
I mean, but we already have like three factions, even without. Because we have the vigilante faction. Because basically the Black Ops parents don't want their kids to become Black Ops. So that's already a faction on its own. And the Black Ops is still existent. So if North Korea or America, any one of them join, it just becomes a three-way right away. And I like that. But here's the thing. If there's a season 2, I already know what the ending is. Hui-soo and Bong-seok are going to bang. And
And that bully dude in school, the Bang Gi-soo, and that vlogging girl, that YouTube girl, they're gonna bang.
Yeah, that was beautiful though.
I love it
when kids fall in love for the first time because they don't realize how special it is. Me and Wenjin, we've done that before, and it's gone. If you're over 30, magical first love.
So long ago.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's sacred. And I like, but I do think in season 2, remember what we talked about last time? If Hui-soo and Bong-seok bang, they're gonna have a fucking monster as a kid. That kid, like, what would be funny? Like, let's say it's like season 2. They have twins. And these twins, like 7-year-old, they can fly, they can heal. Like, this is another, like, movie thing. Let's say Hui-soo and Bong-seok watch their kid, like, cut in half. But their healing power is so amazing that they can fly, but they get cut. But they attach right away. No, like,
basically like invincible.
Yeah. So like they need to have an orgy with Kang-hoon, that strong kid, so that like these kids can be beautiful, like fucking genetic specimens. Yeah. No, but like, I do like.
This is like going for like Dune stuff.
Yeah. And the first scene in season 2 will be Bong-seok, the adult, who's gonna be skinnier, like saving somebody, and I think that would be a great introduction. And Kuryong-po becoming fried chicken jebar, and then like the Bukhan dude,
he has all these like franchises.
Yeah. It's like Immortal chicken franchise. That'll be fucking amazing. And I like that idea of like Kuryong-po being like that though. Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
What about you? What do you think?
I think, well, I'm hoping to see the reappearance of Naju's daughter in like a cliffhanger or something.
Yeah.
She's gonna show up and save the day, like help them out in trouble or something. I also hope that Frank would eventually come side with them. Yeah, because I think it was hinted that he was feeling a lot of guilt after killing Naju. Yeah. And I think he's feeling skeptical about the whole thing.
Yo, you just gave me an idea. Like, Taeyeon forgiving, like, Frank will be a great scene.
Oh, like, I killed your mother.
You know, because Taeyeon already knows. Because remember, he came to the funeral, and I felt like his like siblings and her, they knew Frank was the killer.
Yeah.
And then it would be a beautiful scene of like, you know, one of the great things about Wolverine is like it would be a great scene if Taeyeon like shoots Frank multiple times, and Frank just takes it, and he just says, "I'm so sorry. Like I didn't know what I was taking away from you," and that would be a beautiful scene.
Yeah.
And because my personal thing is I always like the weaker superpower though, because it just opens up for more creative cinematic moments. Because if you're straight Superman, that's boring. I think one of the reasons why we didn't like Superman v Batman was they had to go through all this to make us feel like Superman was weakened. No, but if your power is just transparency, you're always vulnerable. And I love Naju's fight with Liu Seung-bum because it was really creative.
And all those guns hidden in that beauty salon.
No, not just that, but the guns kept leveling up.
Yeah.
Remember? Shit, this don't work? All right, here's a dinosaur killer. Oh, this don't work. Okay, here's a planet killer. And so, like, I love the step up. So, like, if Taeyeon comes back... Oh, and we didn't get the teamwork thing, too. The only teamwork we got was Bong-seok and Hui-soo.
Oh, that's true.
And that wasn't, like, a teamwork of, like, superpowers either. That was just, hit him with the fucking, like, 20 kilo.
Yeah.
Yo, but that was like Yang Dong-gun that character was weird because like when he hit the bus, I felt like his bone should have cracked. Like, remember how he was flying fast?
Yeah, and then he hit that like corner of the door opening, and then
I felt like his head should have exploded. But anyway, I guess they're super beings.
Now, one thing that bothered me is that security guard of the school, he had been there all that time while the school building was collapsing for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
No, but don't you think the thing was like he's just a watcher, and I think he's higher up than Min Cha-jang too, by the way. But I think the implication was like they're trying to cover up this. So like they're just watching.
Wouldn't he have to like report to the NIS and get backup or something to suppress like the North Korean threat?
No, but the implication. No, this is my thought. I'm not saying you're wrong. I thought he was just watching and seeing how it goes, and I felt like it didn't escalate outside of school. So he calls the police commissioner and blocks the police. I think the implication was this never happened.
And I think the scene where he walks in with the bullied girl, it's kind of hinting how old she is. I'm pretty sure they're the same age.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, because he's really old.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
old.
sure she's the same age.
Yeah. I did wish they explained more of it, though. I would have preferred a longer scene where she just calmly goes to Min Cha-jang and slaps him in the face. Like, yeah, shipsekya. You know, that's Korean like curse word. I'm sorry if you don't know. Like 똑바로 해. And then like she kind of explains what's going on.
Or smacks his head with an ashtray or something. That's like something from the 70s Korea.
Yeah. Great idea, Wonjin. Like, see, this is why I know there's gonna be a season 2, or they're thinking of season 2, is because they didn't explain all this.
Yeah.
I wanted some answers though.
And I'm guessing that we will get season 2 because I heard the production budget for this series was huge. It was like unprecedented. I heard it's like $40 million for the series. That's a big gamble. And from the looks of it, I think it's having very good reception among the audience. So I'm pretty sure that they will we will get a season 2.
I don't think
because
that's
it was
that's.
pretty
I think
successful.
that's what you mean by that is that's unprecedented for Korean drama.
Yeah, unprecedented.
Yeah,
for
because
a
in
Korean
America,
TV
like you
show.
remember House of Dragon, that was like 100 million show, and the CG was brilliant. Remember those dragon fights? Those were great. But here, like, listen, like I think Moving's appeal will be the Asian audience still.
Yeah.
Because like if you're Asian, East Asian or Southeast Asian, you can put yourselves in these characters, empathize with them more, and I like that. And I love Bong-seok's mother. See, this is why she's one of my favorite characters. Like, her superpower isn't like overwhelming.
Oh, no one can curse better than Min Cha-jang. Yeah. That's true. My favorite character of the show, Moon Sung-gun. I love his
but
acting.
if you think now that our number one subscriber Ui-chan has shared his opinion, thank you so much, by the way.
Even when he dies, he said "개새끼야."
You know how much he like 개새끼야 appears? Yeah. Oh, now that you mention Min Cha-jang's death, I do wonder, like, season 2, here's a brilliant scene. Like, I would like to see Tu-shik and Bong-seok collaborate. So if you have 2 flying people, what happens? They can do some crazy shit.
And imagine Yang Dong-gun joining them. 3 flying people.
Oh, here's another idea I have. That's brilliant. You know what I like in superhero movies? When they have like a appendage. Like when they have like a metal arm. See, every boy has this fetish. Because we grew up with Japanese anime. Like, and Last Jedi.
And even American cartoons. I watched this cartoon called Biker Mice from Mars. There was this guy named Moto. He had this like bionic arm.
Yeah, we like that shit. I would like Yang Dong-gun character to have like a plasma gun up that shit.
Winter Soldier shit.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You know why we love Winter Soldier? Because he got a metal arm. And you ask us why. Why you like him? Because he's awesome. Fuck yeah. I would like that. No, but like, if there's 3 flying dudes, I think they can save a plane. That would be awesome. That would be the opposite of the season 1 boys scene where like that Superman dude refuses to save them. That would be awesome.
Or like the opposite of the scene where Tu-shik tries to save that airplane that is about to explode.
Real life event, by the way. Like Wonjin said last time, a lot of these does the Forrest Gump thing where the real life event is matched with fiction. And that was good. Hey, let's give a number grade now. I think we're praising the show a lot.
Yeah. I would safely give this show a 9 out of 10.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I would give it a 9.
You know what that was? He was thinking 8 or 9.
No, I was thinking 9.5 or 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I really like the show.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We're in agreement. I would give it a 9. This was hey, listen. Let me be straight up. This was a fucking banger. I couldn't wait for the episodes to drop. This was so fucking good. I think I said this last time. I love that these actors who used to be S-class coming back to play these character roles, and they did a fantastic fucking job. And Han Yo-ju, I never thought she could act before, but this one made me change my mind.
Yeah.
Like, she can act. And somebody told me that she is her character is the closest to the original webtoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the webtoon, she's also like a very skinny person with glasses. And the other ones are like basically remixes for the show, like complete like change. So I like that. I love and
so the actors did a tremendous performance in the show.
Yeah.
And also the writing was done really well.
Very solid writing.
Very solid. I loved all these dimensions of these characters.
Yeah.
I also really enjoyed the flashbacks. So everything did have some sort of contribution to the overall finesse of the show.
Yeah, and I want to commend the screenwriter and the creators of the show because like superhero genre, it has become a little bit redundant these days.
It's kind of like a cliche.
So much reinterpretation, so much rated R. I think some would say Logan was the last superhero movie because they don't want to see anything anymore. But this one, it added a lot of. It goes to show that you can tell a good story anytime you want. And I think Wonjin, you'll agree. I love the Korean flavor too.
Yeah,
the Korean
I
flavor
also
was
love
nice.
the fact that it deals with this conflict between North and South Korea.
Yeah, yeah. The flavor was nice. So, 9 out of 10, and please give us season 2 because there isn't any fucking show to watch for some reason. What the fuck is going on, Hollywood? But it could be the writer's strike.
Oh, by the way, Loki's coming out in October.
No, but my trust in Marvel has dropped a lot.
Well, Loki wasn't so bad.
And Loki was nice,
Yeah,
actually.
Loki was pretty good.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, you're right. You know, this is what I like about Wonjin. We shouldn't let, like, all the prejudge a show. You know what I mean? Just like we talked about Indiana Jones.
And also, just like we first kind of shit on Moving when we first saw the poster and the trailer and like the first episode and everything. Yeah, because I really didn't like what I saw from Moving, the posters. Like a teenager flying. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. No, but you still don't like the teenage part. I know you. I can tell you were like, fuck this. Hurry up.
I actually liked it. Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Stop lying, fucker. you hated this shit. You're
No.
like, okay, kids romance and the fucking story. You're like, hurry the fuck up. And I bet you love the elevator scene with Jang Ju-won and Han Yo-ju and Choi-sung.
Well, I did like that. I did like the flashbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, I did like the flashbacks more than the children's story. But it doesn't mean that I hated their story.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm being a little bit dramatic. Hey, but you see, this is the great thing about this show. This show is so human. You know, I love that. You know, I think that's the quality we loved about the Hollywood 80s and 90s movie. Because there was just so many mix of emotion. And that's why we love Spielberg.
Yeah.
Because he does that so well. It's a little bit of fear, a little bit of hope, a little bit of dread, a little bit of optimism, and so on and so forth.
You even watch movies like Saving Private Ryan, you're going to see a lot of human in the Nazis as well. They don't want to die either.
I can't believe that the humans and Nazis were in the same sentence. But anyway. Hey guys, I mean, we can talk on... Listen. Before we conclude, we can talk about Moving forever because it has so many references and whatever. So if you guys want us to talk about Moving again, please leave a like and reply. We gave our grade. It's 9 out of 10. Please watch the show if you like superhero genre. And we will be back in 5 minutes to talk about Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Oh, man, fuck that name. It's so weird.
Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano. The Star Wars universe thing. We'll be back in 5 minutes. This has been Joji Movie So Awesome. And thank you, Lee Chan Hong, our #1 subscriber. Wonjin had just given me a sign with his hands that he will buy you an iPad later for your loyalty.
I did not make any signs with my hand.
Did.
He's bullshitting.
No, the camera
but
didn't.
Yes, if we do hit 1,000 subscribers, there will be something special waiting for you. Which
no, Wonjin did this under the table. You didn't get it, but it meant I love that dude. iPad for him. But anyway, we'll be back in 5 minutes to talk about Ahsoka. Thank you so much. This has been Joji Movie So Awesome. I was Joe.
I was Wonjin.
We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, not bye-bye. We'll be right back.
Yeah.